Imagine dropping an apple, and instead of falling, it just hovers.
Oh, man.
Right, and then it just shoots out of the solar system.
That would be terrifying.
Yeah, completely. So today we're doing a deep dive into a scenario where the fundamental laws of physics don't just bend; they completely cease to exist.
Yeah, we are pulling this from Cixin's sci-fi masterpiece, The Three-Body Problem.
Mm.
But, the scientific dread it explores it's incredibly grounded.
Mm-hmm.
Our mission today is to really unpack this terrifying concept and explore the philosophical crisis
Yeah.
that is literally driving top scientists in this narrative to despair.
Right, right. So let's start with Dr. Ding, because he's trying to make sense of why his fiancée, who's this elite theoretical physicist named Yang Dong, why she took her own life.
Yeah.
And to explain the crisis she faced, he uses this, it's an incredible mind-bending pool table analogy.
Yeah, he asks us to imagine hitting a billiard ball the exact same way, from the exact same angle, like 5 times in a row. Under normal physical laws, it goes into the pocket every single time.
Right. Yeah, physics.
Exactly. That repeatability is the bedrock of science. It proves that physics is uniform across time and space.
But in Ding's scenario, the first time it goes in. The second time, it veers into the rail.
Yeah.
The fourth time, it flies around the room like a panicked sparrow. And the fifth time, it shoots off the table at the speed of light and just leaves the solar system.
It's completely absurd.
Okay, let's unpack this because to me, it's like living inside a video game where the gravity code suddenly randomizes. You literally you can't play the game anymore.
No, you can't. And how are you supposed to function when your entire belief system just vanishes overnight? Because that erratic behavior is exactly what was happening in Yang Dong's particle collider experiments.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the collision data was completely inconsistent. And if the subatomic building blocks of the universe behave randomly, then all of chemistry, biology, physics, it's all just, temporary illusions.
And here's where it gets really dark. Because predictive faxes of these impossible results were being delivered to her colleague before the experiments even finished running.
Wait, really? Before?
Before.
See, which shatters the whole concept of linear time and causality.
Yeah.
If an effect can be documented before the cause even happens, the scientific method is entirely dead.
Exactly. And when data stops making sense like that, scientists usually, they look for equipment errors. But when the errors become the absolute rule, they turn to philosophy.
Right.
Which brings us to this elite academic group in the story called the Frontiers of Science.
Yeah, and because human beings are desperate for patterns, this group introduces two, just chilling hypotheses to explain the scientific breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
It shifts the problem from a physical anomaly to a terrifying epistemological crisis, basically a flaw in how we know what we know.
Right.
So first is the shooter hypothesis.
Yeah, so imagine a marksman shooting bullet holes into a target every 10 centimeters. Now imagine a microscopic species of two-dimensional creatures living on the surface of that target.
Okay.
Their scientists study their flat world and they boldly declare a universal law. Every 10 centimeters, there is a hole in the universe.
Right, so they mistake the random whims of a shooter for fundamental, unchanging physics. Their science is entirely based on their, limited spatial perspective.
Exactly. And then we have the farmer hypothesis.
Which is so grim.
It really stuck with me. So a turkey on a farm observes that food arrives every single day at 11 a.m.
Like clockwork.
Like clockwork. For almost a year, this turkey scientist meticulously records the data. It uses inductive reasoning to announce the grand law of their universe. Food appears at 11 a.m.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, the psychological horror really hits when you look at the broader timeline.
Yeah.
One day, 11 a.m. rolls around, but no food arrives. Because, it's Thanksgiving morning. The farmer doesn't feed them, he slaughters them. So the terrifying implication is that human science hasn't actually discovered objective truth. We are just turkeys, completely unaware of the impending slaughter, mistaking a temporary routine for reality.
And that abstract philosophical terror gets deeply personal for an investigator in the story named Wang Miao.
Right.
He is taking photographs, developing the film, and he finds this mysterious countdown stamped directly onto his raw negatives.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it says 1,187 hours, exactly 49 days.
And the countdown appears on every single frame.
Right.
It even changes color to contrast with whatever background he's shooting against.
Yeah.
It's like embedding itself into the physical chemistry of the film.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm stuck on this camera thing. Wang Miao is using a 1988 Leica M2.
Okay.
That is a solid mechanical block of metal and gears. There is no digital chip to hack.
Right?
There are no electronics inside it to project a date stamp. How on earth does a countdown physically manifest on analog film?
Well, it shouldn't be possible. And that is the true horror of the situation. This impossible phenomena perfectly mirrors the breakdown of the pool table physics we talked about earlier.
I see.
The fundamental rules of reality are being hijacked by an outside force. It's an inescapable trap that's been set for him, proving that the farmer is already walking into the pen.
This deep dive, it really challenges our absolute faith in everyday routines.
It really does.
It forces us to ask if the rigid rules of our own lives, the things we take for granted every single time we drop an apple, are just temporary patterns we haven't seen broken yet.
Exactly. We take immense comfort in our 11 a.m. feeding, assuming it will always happen tomorrow, just because it happened yesterday.
Yeah. So here is a thought to leave everyone with. If humanity is just a flock of turkeys mistaking a farmer's routine for reality, what exactly is going to happen when that 49-day countdown hits zero and Thanksgiving finally arrives?